Hello you beautiful people and welcome back to another Hiker Plays video. Today we are looking at the Sense Dungeon, specifically Sense 15. So we are looking at this one over here, or as you call it, maybe the Green Dungeon. There we are. So Green Dungeon 15 has been cleared, it has been done. We are on my brother's account today, so we are going to be showcasing his account while we're here. And he has finally completed number 15. If we go to Ready Up, this is the team he is using to beat that dungeon. Now, this is not the team you have to use. This happens to just be the team he is using. And the reason he's gone in with this is because he uses Aster in his Fineral for PvP anyway. And he's just sort of built two other units to the side of it. If you want the best possible build for this clear, these are the characters you probably want to be looking at. So you could be using things like Noelle, Charlotte, and then you have a choice of either Aster and Mimosa from that free-to-play side. Later on, we are going to get pay-to-win units, so we are going to get Noelle, and she is coming out on the 19th. She's going to make this run so much easier, and there is always Yami, if you picked up Red Yami. Guys, in this one, again, it's really important to have a tank, so Red Aster is normally going to be your best option, but since he's worked on his Aster so much, he thought, hey, I'm going to go use Barrow as my tank, and it doesn't really matter, and we're going to go into the stats. So, let's go into the stats with probably the most important unit to start with. This is the one that everyone should be working on. You can see he's only got into level 77. There is no need to go anything beyond that, and there is one key stat in here, and that is the M attack stat. So, as long as your M attack is nice and high, you're going to be able to heal everything you need. So, right now, he's got 14,000 M attack, and that was achieved using these gears. Firstly, I know everyone's going to be looking and going, they're not even complete sets. But that's the thing. They don't need to be complete sets. Completing a set is effectively min-maxing a character, which is important long-term, maybe. But at the same time, it's more important to just hit that core stat. If you can get your Mimosa up to 12,000, 13,000 M attack without hitting any of those sets, do it. Because maybe with the set you hit lower, and that's just, is it really worth having a set bonus? So if you look at each one of his pieces, he has gone for M attack pieces, and then other pieces, sort of like, again, 1,300 M attack here, 1,500 M attack here, 1,500 M attack here, and where he can, he has got, the substats as well, but it's all on the M attack. No accessories because it's not LR. So guys, this is pretty entry level. And this is all your Mimosa needs. It needs about 14k, 12k maybe, M attack, and just the heals you're going to be seeing on here is unreal. Skill books, you can see like nothing's really worked on. All skills are level 1, so you should be able to see all skills are level 1, and the skill book they're using is Mimosa's own skill book. This is probably not even the best skill book. I'm going to be real with you. This is probably not the best skill book for this, but it does the job. This is all you need. As if you can get a Mimosa up to 14,000 M attack, you are fine. This dungeon is going to be cleared. Now, he does have Red Yami. He's, again, opting not to use Red Yami for the simple reason that he is working on Aster for PvP, and therefore he is doing Aster. Now, the second unit that we're going to be showcasing is Barrow, and guys, this is going to be the same for every single tank in this game. The most important stat for Barrow is always going to be defense, and potentially a bit of HP as well. Outside of that, that's all you need. If you can get to about 9-10k defense and about 60k HP, you are going to be able to clear this dungeon. We'll go into his gears. As you can see, there is no gear sets. Again, same methodology. So, you go for the pieces that give you the most defense. 1,000 defense and 1% defense, fantastic. We go again, 1,400 defense and a bit more defense. 1,000 defense, some crit damage, HP, who cares? All that matters is that 1,000 defense at the top. So that's all he's done. He's put 1,000 defense on each one of those pieces. This character does have an accessory. It does have a 7% defense accessory. I mean, he could very easily start adding more stuff to this. He does have the accessories, but there's no need. There's literally no need. He's got way more than enough defense. This is all Barrow needs. No sets. I mean, it would be great if he got the extra set here, maybe some more defense here, but, doesn't matter. Barrow has done it. And in terms of skill book, look, again, no skills worked on, and the skill book he's using is Senior's Dignity. This is a fantastic skill book. It's an R skill book, completely free to play, and it's full damage resistance, 10% as you can see at the bottom. It is absolutely fantastic and probably the best skill book to be using. So 100% recommend this on him. And when we do showcase the actual characters, you're going to see that, you know, how this team clears. Right, the next one is Fineral. Fineral is completely geared for PvP. The only thing Fineral needs is a little bit of M attack and a little bit of speed. Like, that's all Fineral is. Fineral is speed. That's it. In fact, I don't even think he's worked on M attack. I think he's gone defense and speed on Fineral, just so he's sticky in PvP. This is what he has in mind. So even then, his set isn't the upgraded speed set. It's only the base speed set and some defense set. You know, none of these stats really matter. He's just gone for a set here that's going to help him in PvP. There is nothing on this Fineral that's actually helping the party outside of, you know, applying Fineral's standard buffs. If anyone, I would be changing Fineral on this team, and I would be throwing on Charlotte. Charlotte is going to help you clear a fair bit faster. I don't know why he hasn't used Charlotte, but maybe, like, I know why he hasn't used Charlotte. He's not leveled her up. But Charlotte, if you have her, is going to be considerably better than Fineral. But hey-oh. And lastly, we are going to look at his Aster. Guys, again, these numbers are very high. I completely appreciate that. But you don't actually need Aster as an attacker. You could easily use the tank Aster and then throw in like Noelle as a supporter and not use an attacker at all. This dungeon does not really need huge DPS. This is his PvP Aster. There's nothing special about it. It's just got tons and tons of attack. The only stat that you matter for Aster is going to be the attack stat. So if you look at his gears, every single piece is going to have that flat attack stat. And that's all he wants. Same with his equipment. It's just going to be crit and just doing as much damage as possible. I know a lot of people are going to be in the comments going, well, he's got a 5-star Aster. That's why he cleared it. That is absolute rubbish. That's not why he cleared it. He could have easily taken this out and put any other red unit in and would have cleared this run. So let's go in and have a look how this team clears. By the way, this is a 148 team and it's clearing a 198 dungeon. So I am going to show you. Oh, actually, before we do go in, let me show you the presets as well. So the way the presets works are Mimosa is set on healing, so skill 2, skill, and then ultimate. Otherwise, melee, she's never using her combination attack. Aster, same, he never uses his combination attack. He's always going to go last skill, then second skill, and autoing. Fineral is set to everything, and Barrow is set to everything. The reasoning for that is their combination attacks are not that important. Like, Fineral is really not doing much for this team. So if he combos, then that means Aster gets an extra attack, which is fantastic. And if Barrow uses his combo, it forces Mimosa to use her skill 1, which is going to heal everyone. Or heal Barrow specifically, isn't it? So, yeah, like, all Barrow's one does is literally trigger an extra heal from Mimosa, which is perfect. And you're going to see how much this Mimosa heals. Once you see how much Mimosa heals, you're going to understand that it doesn't matter if he was using Red Yami, if he was using no DPS at all, this dungeon will fall regardless. Let me just pop this in auto. So as you can see, Fineral does go first. That is going to give everyone a speed and the highest attacker and attack increase. And Aster's going to go in and kill the first unit. Absolutely fine. I mean, depending on RNG, sometimes he doesn't even kill him. Sometimes he hits 2 different units, and that's perfectly fine as well. As you can see, Barrow is taking borderline no damage. And Mimosa is healing for 12k there, which is fantastic. Barrow is also additionally putting shields on himself, so he is becoming even more of a nuisance. I really like Barrow as a tank. I mean, I'm not going to sit there and tell you guys to work on him. Like, if you have Red Aster, work on him, you know, as a tank. But, you know, Barrow is absolutely fun to play, so why not? As you can see, it is going to mostly target defenders. The way AI works in this game, if you are the same type, if everyone's like red, it's most likely going to be attacking the defender. It does sometimes vary, but that is only sometimes, so don't worry too much about that. Right, wave 2, you can see Aster is just clearing, and it really is just Aster slowly clearing. If he was using Charlotte and he was using, say, Noelle, he would have more barriers, he would have a little bit more AoE damage, and he would be probably clearing this a little bit slower. Again, he could be using Red Yami as well, and that would probably clear it just as quick, if not faster. So it doesn't really matter. But he is going to just survive, and I think the key you want to be looking at is specifically that Barrow and specifically that Mimosa, because they're the ones doing everything in this dungeon in reality. Aster's just slowly picking people off, he's not even getting hit. So as you can see, we've hit 2 separate targets this time, it is what it is. Barrow gets another shield, and Mimosa is just going to keep healing that team. And everyone's defense is actually in an okay position as well, so no one's going to take a ridiculous sum of damage. And that's just another thing that you look forward to in your gear. There we go, get the attack buff off, Aster hits. and Mimosa will just heal. There might be a moment, I'm hoping at some point, in the next maybe wave, where everyone hits Barrow and he gets a little low, and you could truly see how good this Mimosa heals. Because as you can see, no one's even gone below like 70% health yet. It's, yeah, here's a big Mimosa heal. And that's just everyone back to full. So yeah, there's literally no weakness. If anything, it's a little slow, and our clear runs are going to massively increase when Noelle comes out. Did you see that? 34,000 heal. Most people don't even have like 50 to 60k HP, and she's healing more than half of that in one heal. At 14k M attack, she's doing 34,000 heals. So yeah, Mimosa is absolutely the MVP of this. I think you could also make an excuse to say we don't even need a tank in reality. It helps, but you might be able to get away with no tank and just have supports. As long as your Mimosa's built to heal everyone a lot. But yeah, as you can see, absolutely at no point are we under any danger. I mean, I will flick that the team back onto screen again, the free-to-play team. I mean, you can always rewind and go back to it, but we'll put that infographic up right at the end as well, at the end of this clear, and you guys can sort of build your team around this. But the key stats are the ones that were highlighted, and the only characters that you really need to build for this is Mimosa and I guess a decent tank. Other than that, everyone else is literally just icing on the cake. And the dungeon is easy as that. I mean, we are going to be covering the next dungeon as well. So the blue dungeon, we're both actually in the process of building green teams to be able to clear that. I don't know if I'll use Liched or Raya. Maybe we will. We will see. I know he's just picked up Liched. I mean, we're both, we're definitely not free-to-play players, but it is what it is. But we are, for these showcases, using nearly free-to-play teams. So there you are. That is cleared. Let's see what PC gets since we're here. And okay, cool, an SSR piece, fair enough. We will confirm that. Boys, I am going to whack this back onto the screen. Thank you to Will, by the way, from the Discord for making this. And yeah, if you're free to play, there are your units that you should be prioritizing and using for this. And if you're slightly paid to win or got a little lucky and ended up getting yourself a Red Yami or a Noelle when she comes out on the 19th, go and use those units either, and that's perfectly fine either way. I think personally I'm going to be using my Red Aster alongside Noelle. I just think 2 damage dealers, why not? And then I'll of course be using Mimosa and probably someone like Charlotte. I might use Barrow if I want the tank, and we'll just speed clear this dungeon as quickly as I can. I am going to try and make videos on trying to speed clear as well, but for that you're going to need some optimal gears. Boys, I hope you enjoyed this. If you did enjoy this, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, comment below, let me know what you guys thought of it, and I will see you all when we're doing Technique Dungeon 15. Peace.